Hey folks, Chad here. Feeling motivated after a morning walk, so I figured I'd give you a quick tour of the van. So let's get into it. So we'll start on the outside here. You know I got power because I got solar panels out. That's a 200 watt solar panel from Odysee. Folds up into a little briefcase thing. Warming up leftovers, brown rice with a little bit of soy sauce in it, and that little bot there. And then, obligatory fake license plate for the video. But let's go around here. But here's what you guys really want to see. The inside. What's on the inside? What's he doing in there? What's he doing in there? So, yeah, it's just I don't have any cargo rack on the top. I don't have a hitch on the back or anything like that. It's just what's on the inside. I don't have a storage unit or anything. So still doing the minimalist thing, even though I probably still have too much. And I got all this nice space right here to hang out. This actually makes a really nice backrest. Fit your back into there, and these are like nice shoulder rests, or you can lean down or whatever, or you can just rest up against this. The door also feels good if the door is closed. But yeah, so this is a complete no-build system. There's nothing permanent done to this vehicle. The bed is just sitting on top of 3 totes that have storage in them. So that one has tools, the middle one has food, and the back one has miscellaneous. There's also a smaller tote here which has kitchen stuff, and like right now I have some apples and celery. You can see I've got my trusty crock pot here, my Odysee. This guy is a beast. It only takes like 5 to 8% to make a meal of rice, and like every morning I use it to make hot water too. It doesn't take that much energy, because just because this is so big. But it was a pretty penny too, but I got it during Black Friday, so it was like half off. Yeah, you can see the solar coming in. And it says, let's see, when will you be done? Yeah, so it says in about 4 hours with only, 67 watts coming in. It'll be full, but it'll be faster than that because the sun's going to get a little bit stronger. So yeah, I've got a rope system going on these things with these carabiners. My buddy Matt told me about these. These cool carabiners where you can put the rope through a hole, and then it's got like a little cinch. I don't know if you can see that. I'll get the one on the other side, but yeah. Here's the other side of the carabiner, in case you couldn't tell from the other part of the video. Yeah, so the rope goes through the hole, comes out, and then gets underneath the cinch. So you can just pull on this, and it tightens, which is pretty sweet. And then in case anyone asks, this is just a copper pipe that was about 6 foot. I cut it down to be about 5 foot, the width of the van, that I put electrical tape on the outside so that it doesn't hurt the rope. And then I ran the rope through it. That way this blanket doesn't sag in the center. The rope doesn't sag. So it's a nice, sturdy thing to run this across. And then it just sits on top of these ropes here. So nothing too fancy about that, just a copper pipe. Potty, if I need to go in the van instead of out in nature. And then I've got bags and toilet paper. Don't really like doing that too much, but if I have to, I will. As far as water, I've got this 7-gallon, another 7-gallon, and then a 5-gallon. And I've also got 3 gallons in the back under the bed. I'll show you. We could probably go there back next. So the windows, I have made these privacy blinds. So it's the Reflectix. And then I have, let's see a better example. I had this black cloth on the outside. So it was a mattress cover that I got at a Goodwill. And I just cut it up and stapled it. And then for the windows, I also have these magnets that attach to the screws. Otherwise, the wind can blow them out when they open. Because this thing has the freaking awesome flamingo doors. Like, heck yeah, or windows. That open like this. It's so cool. So I can run this cable through here. Eventually I'll get an extension because this is kind of tight right now and I want to run it under the bed. But also instead of that solar panel, I'll show you this. Not this water bottle. Although Best Friends Animal Sanctuary is really cool. If you're ever in southern Utah like Kanab, you should go there. I've got this Odysee Charger 1. So you can see that has the MC4 connectors and it's wired up to the battery. And it detects whenever the vehicle is running, and it'll actually power this thing with 550 watts of solar while I'm driving, which is freaking amazing because if I'm just running around all day and like I don't have time to set up the solar, this thing gets full fast with that. Like 1 hour of driving gives this thing 25%. So that's easily fills it. Oh, by the way, the laptop there, with the obligatory scrolling text, because I'm a hacker. And then back here, I've got a switch so I can turn it off, because it does have Bluetooth, and I don't want to sleep with Bluetooth baking me from underneath. So a hard switch right there on the inside, and then another switch up by the battery if I want to turn it off from the engine bay. Yeah, let's go check out the back and see what's under the bed. I recently lubed this all up, so sometimes this opens on the first try now because the actuators on these go out really soon. Oh, first time! It's so rare. I love it. But now that I lubricated it, it's doing really well. So yeah, underneath the back of the bed is just kind of some miscellaneous stuff, because the 3 totes don't go all the way back. That's the 3rd tote right there. So I've got stuff that I want quick access to. So like this for just laying down and sunbathing. Some extra Reflectix that I'm going to give away at RTR, the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous in Quartzsite, which I am near, and it's going to happen in about a week or 2, I think. A camping chair, some foam that I used to make the little potty that I'll be giving away as well. And then just like bags for storage. So here's a suitcase with some stuff in it. Here's my hiking boots. Here's my backpack that I take into the library. Here's a backpack with some clothes. Here's my backpacking backpack. And then some of that stuff. Some miscellaneous clothes that I need quick access to. So like my jacket, and then my day clothes whenever like it's hot, so shorts. And then the water I was telling you about. Got these 3 jugs here that I keep the top shelf spring water. So I think 1 or 2 of these, still has spring water from Oak Creek. It's freaking awesome. Good stuff. So that's top shelf stuff. The other ones I just fill with reverse osmosis water. Alright, stuff all that back down there. And then, that's about it. Although there's one more thing I want to show you up front. Something that I'm really excited about. So this van, it's a 2001 GMC Safari SLE. It is not the all-wheel drive model, but I got this for only like $2,000, and like it drives super, super well, shifts super great, and it already had the seats removed and everything. It's got a few little things like you can see the ceiling like that. It's missing, this, and this is cracked, and there's a few things like that, and I really had to clean it up. Like I really, really, really had to like vacuum it and stuff. It was pretty dirty in here, and just wipe things down. But dude, cassette player. I have never actually used cassette, but the other day I was at a thrift store and I picked up these 6 Christmas cassettes. Holy crap, cassettes are so freaking cool. Like, the sound quality of analog is so freaking cool. I've never like actually listened to it. I know people use like the record players and stuff, but I have really been into this. And this Mannheim Steamroller one is so cool. Actually, a few days before I got these, I got them in Ajo at the Ajo store, and that's what the thrift store there is called, the Ajo store. It's not just like the Goodwill in Ajo. But someone was telling me about Mannheim Steamroller, and she said she forgot to bring her Christmas music out to camp. And this was like the first time I had heard of that band. And then I found this at the store, and like, that's why it's out right now, because I keep putting it back in. But I usually don't drive with music. But yeah, that one's pretty awesome. This one didn't work, which kind of sucked. This one had too much opera for me, but the rest was really, really cool. That one was decent. That one was decent. This one, I'm probably going to do a separate video just on this, because you guys have to hear some of this. Like, it sounds like it was just recorded like with one microphone in the middle of the room. Like it's like a very, I don't know how to say, but like if it was digital, it would just sound really flat. But since it's analog, like it still sounds dynamic, but it definitely sounds old. And it's so freaking cool. Yeah, totally nerding out. on this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's also got a CD player, which actually plays really high quality stuff. Like, it doesn't have any static or anything, but this, you get a little bit of static. It's got the Dolby Digital sound enhancer if you want to use that, but I've actually been turning that off so I can hear the full quality. Yeah, pile of quarters for getting water and laundry. This cup holder mount is actually freaking cool. I don't like the ones that like glue or suction cup or like get on the window or anything, but this is pretty cool. Yeah, so here's the van. I've always wanted a Chevy Astro my whole life. I think they look like the Scooby-Doo van or something. I finally did it, and yeah, this is definitely the way to go for what I want to do rather than the truck. The truck is still great for camping, and it's still around. I've got it parked somewhere, and people that, you know, can use it if they want to, but this might not have as high as clearance, might not, you know, be able to go in too crazy of places, but so far I've taken it everywhere I've taken the truck. I think the ground clearance is only a few inches lower, like 2 maybe, and these runners I think might be an issue, like going over like rocks or something. You know, if that wheel goes over a rock and then boom, then also the back bumper's kind of low, and it has a hitch, and one of them hits sometimes, but I haven't noticed any damage, and the bumper's already damaged, so like whatever, you know, whatever. Yeah, freaking van, man. In a van. I did it. Oh yeah, and the bananas back here, some dates. Oh yeah. And I'm back to hacking. Back to coding. Cool. Well, yeah, actually, I'm going to get back to that. I'm setting up a Git server. That way I can get off of GitHub. Get off of that Microsoft Garbo. And yeah, let me turn this around. Cool. So hopefully you enjoyed the tour. And let me know if you have any comments. Hope you have a great year. Happy 2025. See ya.